Madam, this is mild autism. Your child will completely recover, get unrecognizable, will outgrow mild autism in 2 to 3 years' time. Is your child able to say a few words but not full sentences? Is your child able to learn when you are sitting with the child and making the child learn? Is the child not able to connect with other children without you intervening the situation, but surprises you by learning certain skills at times, leaving you confused? My child can learn, my child can't learn. I don't know what is the truth. Hello, everybody. This is Rajni here from Sashakt Empowering Lives. Now, 19 plus years of work experience, a successful mother to a successful 22-year-old, soon turning 23 now, in about less than a month, who's independent, a working professional, stays away in another city, manages himself. Also, having the privilege of having dealt with 30,000 plus students worldwide now. And autism is what I live, breathe, eat in a nutshell. So today's topic, a lot of people ask us, what is mild autism? Yeah, my child can do this, my child can't do this. Doctors say 2 to 3 years, everything will be sorted. Is my child having mild autism? Now, here are the points. Autism is autism. Your child can be anywhere on the spectrum. It can be borderline, which means almost indistinguishable. So it has its own plus as well as minus. The plus is your amount of effort that will go in is going to be lesser as compared to a moderate or a severe. The big minus is there is a huge risk of this going under the radar and you or doctors not being able to diagnose, and thus the child getting stuck or troubled because of not getting the right guidance. That's with borderline autism. After that comes mild autism, means your child has all the symptoms given in the DSM criteria of autism, but they're not so much, which means, to put it very clearly, they're not so intense. For example, a child, let's say 6-year-old, is not totally mute and is making the effort to say few words on their own, where you did not actively intervene or teach them specifically for n number of days those topics or those words, and still on their own they start saying a few words, but it's not coming up like a full complete sentence that's making sense to an outsider. And at times even you are struggling as a parent, as a primary caregiver, to understand what your child wanted to say. So that is mild autism, first criteria. Second, it's not that they don't want to mingle with other children. They're excited about other kids. They want to rush to the park, but then they cannot sustain it. When they go there, they'll either push the other child in excitement, or they'll do something which the world will like to address as weird. I don't like to use those words, but they'll do something which outsiders, people will say, oh, so weird. They'll do it in an attempt to gain the attention of other children, but they'll end up losing those kids because other kids will be like, he or she is so weird, and they'll walk away. So, but then they do want to connect with children. They might learn on their own to say hi and bye by looking at other people. So, what I'm saying is there is an element of self-learning, the incidental learning, which of course is there with borderline, mild, moderate, severe. But the intensity varies. So with mild autism, it is lesser than borderline, but much higher than severe, higher than moderate. So they are learning from their environment, which is not at par or equal to a regular neurotypical learning, okay, but which is more than a moderate child. So they will go to another person's house. They may not scan it completely and be able to come back home and say, Mom, I like that swing in auntie's house. Get me a swing like that. Now, this is the neurotypical kind of a scenario. But mild autism, the child might just, start over and over again, repetitively saying, swing, blue swing, blue swing, if there was a swing and it had a blue sofa to it, for example. So he'll continue to say blue swing. Now it's for the parent to put two and two together that he again wants to go to Rekha auntie's house to sit on the blue swing, or he wants a blue swing on his own. So he's not going to say, Mom, I like the blue swing. Can we buy a blue swing like the one in Rekha auntie's house? So mild autism means your child does have communication, but less than a borderline, and obviously much lesser than a regular neurotypical, but way more than the moderate or the severe. Like a severe kid would love that swing and then would go bang his head and cry, and the parent has no idea what he wants. And then, of course, with intervention, when we do the antecedent behavior consequence analysis, why is he doing it? We came back from somebody's house. What was it that he was so attracted to? Oh, he would run and go and sit on the swing, run and go and sit on the swing. So then you pull out picture of a swing. What else he did? He watched TV, picture of TV. What else he did? He had Campa, picture of Campa. And then look at the kid and say, what do you want? And if the child picks up the swing picture, now while the mild kid explained to you saying swing, and the severe kid required pictures because they maybe at age 6, I'm talking the same age. A severe kid will not have the vocabulary. So it's a whole lot more effort where we'll start showing the picture and saying, say, swing. We'll also have to give lots of, massages, lots of stuff, the OPT, and a lot more of behavior correction. Whereas here, the starting point can be, building up sentence by saying, no, say to mama, I want blue swing. Come on, start. So like this is just an example. Similarly for social, the severe kid might just run away from there, whereas a mild kid might even say bye, might even say hi without you teaching them, but not more, not going and giving eye contact, not looking and saying, how are you? So the amount of teaching that the parent of the severely impacted child and the amount of teaching of a parent of a mildly impacted child will be different. Okay, here the gravity of the problem is going to be lesser. This is all when it comes to mild autism. Similarly, for life skills, I've often come across, because this is all I do. Autism is all I do. That's it. So I often come across parents who say, for his age, he can or she can do most of the things that other children can do. That's a part of mild autism. Like, that's a feature of mild autism. Yeah, he'll wash his bum, he'll brush his teeth, he'll, he can wear his clothes. I didn't teach him buttoning, but he can button. So most of the skills for, a 6-year-old, this kid is doing in ADLs, which another kid who's probably a neurotypical will do, but a severe will not do. So he'll have the brush in his mouth and he'll hold it there for hours, and then mummy will have to. So these have to be intervened differently. Needless to say, the severe child will require many, many, many more years of intervention for the child to learn the same skills which a mildly impacted kid will take lesser time. Last bit, the academics as well as the sensory. So in academics, the easier concepts, the more in intangible, no, the more tangible concepts, the touch and feel concepts, parent will not feel that kind of a trouble. Child can even learn in a classroom or maybe on a one-on-one setting, if not a classroom. But their speed of learning will be faster. So to say, their IEPs will be a lot more. The individual education plan will have contents, a lot more contents for 1 month of working. That okay, within 1 month we'll do this and this and this and this and this, because the child will be able to grasp it. Whereas for a severe kid, it might just be 2 things or 3 things because their grasping will be slow. Also, with sensory, the mildly impacted child will have lesser amount of sensory issues as opposed to a majorly impacted child or a severe child or a moderate child where the sensory issues will be too much higher. That is the only difference between mild autism, moderate autism, severe autism. It's a spectrum, so it is the extent of the problems is increasing. Now, the big question, will it disappear in 2 years? Hell no. Or heaven no. No. Autism is a condition. Children learn to cope. Do they need support going forward? Absolutely yes. My 22-year-old turning 23 in May, less than a month, he needs support in certain places. He needs support in certain places, which might look very different at this age. But does he need support? Absolutely. So he's talking to me and he got very upset with his younger brother and he said, he's trying to put me down. Now I'm like, just because somebody bullied you in office and that man was sacked for what he did, you have to let it go. You can't carry it all the time and keep looking at people with a magnifying lens. That if your brother shouted from the room, obviously because the TV is loud, he assumes you won't hear, so he's shouting. If he speaks soft, you can't hear. He's not trying to let you down. But that is something which probably a neurotypical would have gotten on his own to say, that's fine, TV is on, that's why he's shouting. Or maybe his boss calling him and telling him, you can't call me so many times to tell me about your report. I'm in a meeting. You need to understand this. You have sent me the reports. We are okay. The HR will look into this, that when you're back, once you're okay, because he's going through some respiratory, infections, viral fever, etc. So those are the kind of problems but he's at a job, he's able to do his things. So by means of this example, I'm trying to tell you, whether your child is mild, moderate, severe, borderline, profound, they will all need some sort of support. So in my son's case, I need to sit down with him and talk more on the social angles that, well, these are the things you can do. These are the things that will piss people off. Don't do it. Don't do it. So never think when somebody tells you 2 years and it will be gone, it will be over, you will never need support with this. That is the biggest lie. You will, but the extent of the support required will vary. I hope this video brought you a lot of light on what mild autism is, how you need to approach it going forward. Please understand, autism is a lifetime commitment of a parent. Should you wish to learn and empower yourself more, we have an app. We have live going on every Tuesday, Instagram, YouTube, English, Hindi. We have the masterclass Thursday, Friday. The details of everything is given in the description box below. There are courses. There are free learning courses on the app. There are customized books, printed books. Go right ahead. Help your child with an understanding that whether it is mild, moderate, severe, whether it is borderline, whether it is profound, the entire continuum, the more understanding you are of your child's condition, the better your child's future will be. If you like it, like, subscribe, share with somebody who will benefit. I will meet you next time with yet another video. Until then, Bye.